When you go to university, you're moving away from possibly from friends that you've known for a long time, from your family if you've moved away from home. You might even be an international student and you've moved away from your home country to study at a different university. So it's only natural that you will feel lonely at this time because you may not know many people or any where you're going.
Feeling lonely is one of the most isolating experiences. It feels like you have no one to talk to or nowhere to go, and it can leave you feeling really trapped. Despite being surrounded by many people or having the opportunities to socialise, is that inability to connect with others despite longing it. It can leave you feeling really inadequate or rejected and really low in your own self-esteem, which is difficult to deal with and hard to overcome.
Most universities try to facilitate an easier transition to university life. Once classes start, your lecturers will hopefully provide opportunities for group work and interaction with your course mates. These can be very useful for finding like-minded people on your course. Additionally, you'll have loads of other opportunities to meet people at universities. These might include sports clubs, societies, social events, parties, academic events, workshops. There's always something for everyone.
Also, there will be a welfare advice department that you can go and visit and speak to a welfare advisor who will be able to talk to you about how you're feeling, particularly if it is affecting your mental health. Then there will be mental health advisors that you can talk to help you deal with how you're feeling if it's affecting your studies.
Feelings of loneliness and homesickness can creep in when we least expect it, but the best way to deal with them is by acknowledging them and letting ourselves feel them, but not letting them take over us and control what we're doing and making us shut ourselves down. If you're feeling lonely at university, it might be helpful to try and make a routine in the mornings and in the evenings, to keep a journal and write something good that happened every day, to learn self-soothing techniques or scheduling to talk with your loved ones. The most important thing to remember is that it's completely normal, and if you give yourself time with the right tools to ease loneliness and homesickness, these bad feelings will soon turn into the pleasure and power in being on your own and a warm feeling of missing home. It's completely normal to miss home when you start somewhere new, because things can change very abruptly, and coming to university often means suddenly doing things on your own, like buying groceries or having dinner, but that's part of the experience. If you miss home, try to stay in contact with your loved ones, decorate your rooms with things that remind you of home, or even learn how to make your favourite meal. Try and keep those little things happening, but also allow yourself to start to love your new place.
Being a student from a minority background can leave you feeling lonely in a way that people may not understand. You have your own unique struggles and experiences that you want to be heard for. You might feel that it's harder to fit in if you don't meet people that are like you. And this is a very valid feeling to have. Despite wanting to meet a diverse range of people, sometimes we need someone that can relate to how we're feeling. And it can be refreshing knowing that someone else has gone through experiences that we have and can truly listen and understand what we're feeling. If you do feel marginalised because of who you are, how you identify, or where you're from, just know that you're not alone in this feeling, and there's many others out there just like you that will accept and support you. I definitely know at university there's so many societies that you can find with people that share the same experiences as you, and it's a great way to feel accepted and heard. If you're feeling really low, or if you feel you just need someone to talk to and that social anxiety barrier may be stopping you from joining society, definitely look at helplines or online chat services for specific charities for minority groups. That could be the first step for you. Getting support when you're from a minority background can be really difficult. It often feels like you're just misunderstood, or you're given advice which is from a perspective that's not based off your own experiences at all. This could be really frustrating or hard to get further help, but definitely at university, look at speaking to someone trained in wellbeing. They could help you signpost to the right services. So definitely the specific charity helplines, such as Switchboard for students of LGBT, or I know a helpline that I used was Karma Nirvana, which is very specific to experience that I faced. It was just really helpful for having someone to talk to and knowing where to go further for support.
My advice for students who feel lonely is to never put additional pressure on yourselves. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Listen to your needs and never do anything just for the sake of fitting in. And please find the courage to talk about how you're feeling. Try to remember that feeling lonely and homesick is absolutely normal, whether it's someone halfway across the globe or someone 20 minutes down the road. Loneliness affects everyone in very, very different ways and levels. If you're feeling lonely, I encourage you to reach out to your support network. Talk to your feelings, try to find ways to keep yourself busy, try new things, and most importantly, be in contact with your feelings and don't judge yourself for how you're feeling. If loneliness is affecting your mental health, you should reach out to the Centre for Wellbeing, student support services like Nightline or the Samaritans, your lecturers or personal tutors, the Students' Union, or someone you trust.
An organisation that I would recommend is Student Minds, which is a strong student-led mental health movement. They know all the specific struggles of being at university and all the support and resources. They have all the tools for you, so it's a great organisation that you should look at. Also look at peer supports within your university, older students. There's loads of students out there that support other students, so go look for that as well.
As a final take, I just want to remind you all that as cliche as it sounds, you are not alone and you are definitely not the only one feeling lonely or homesick, even when it might feel like it. Please don't be afraid to talk about how you're feeling, don't be afraid to open up with the people you're comfortable with, and never ever ever be afraid to ask for help.
I think you need to remember that you won't be on your own in how you are feeling, that there will be other students that feel like you do. But it's also important to remember that you will be able to get support from your university, from your student union, and also from accommodation and the welfare team. It's important to reach out if you need that support.